Hey, Yui.
Hi, Joshua.
So this is pretty awesome. I'm here with Yui, who is the founder of Vosteed and the engineer, designer of some of these cool Vosteed knives that we all get to own and play with.
Thank you.
Super excited about the Vombat. So you're here to kind of show me how it actually disassembles.
Yeah, it's super simple. It's just like building a sandwich. Let me show you. This way.
And those bearings, you said those are
Cage, ceramic, ball bearing. I can even do most of the work with one hand.
one hand. So cage ceramic ball bearings. So that's going to give you a nice smooth action. And unlike other crossbar locks, this one, the way that it assembles is very simple. Like you said, stacks like a sandwich.
Stack. You see, I stack the cage ball bearing, and then I stack the blade, and then I stack the ball bearing, and I stack the layer. So one thing I will pay notice is make sure all the pins go to the right place.
Okay, so everything has to align just perfectly so that when you screw it together, it's all going to come together well.
Probably, I think it should be in the right place. And then
Okay,
the pivot screw.
so the pivot screw goes in before you put the scales on.
Yes.
So that is actually the beauty of this new knife, the Vombat, because the scales, you can actually swap those out really easily without impacting the pivot or the crossbar locking mechanism, which is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So the customization of it is going to be fantastic. So now you're attaching the spring.
Yeah, I'm attaching the spring.
So with this knife, will you have the ability to change the spring for different spring tension?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
So I usually prefer it's on the soft side.
Okay, so I see you've got 3 settings, right? Very similar to, like you said, musical notes.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
Like the music notes. And there's 4 holes. You can adjust the tension. So the first part is the weakest. The closest part note is the strongest.
So low, medium, high.
Low, medium,
The
high,
closer
yeah.
to the blade, the higher the tension on the blade itself.
Yes.
And so it looks like it's very easy to
Super
adjust.
easy.
That's awesome.
In the case if the spring break, it will be super easy for the user to replace the spring.
Great. And so with Vosteed, you actually get a really awesome warranty. So if the spring breaks, that's something that we could contact customer service and get help with.
Yes.
That is awesome. So right now the knife looks pretty cool, almost skeletonized, but that is not necessarily the beauty of the knife. The beauty of the knife is going to be when you start getting these scales on and you can customize and personalize this knife super easy. That screwdriver is what, a T8?
Yes, it's T8.
Okay.
So for the whole knife, except the thumb studs, it's all T8.
Okay, so all the assembly screws are T8. The thumb stud is?
The thumb stud is T6.
T6, so a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh, very nice. Love that action with that crossbar lock. That's really great. Okay, so the crossbar lock is in, the pivot's in, but you don't have any scales on yet.
Yes.
So how are you making this work, Yui? So you've got the holes cut out big enough to where it fits over everything. That's fantastic.
Yes, fits over everything. As you can see, here is the milled out the part for the screw for the pivot and for the springs. So
Yeah.
basically, just like building a sandwich.
Awesome.
Put this thing on.
So that's your last layer. This is going to be basically the bread or the bun of the sandwich that you're
Yes.
putting on. Very nice.
I'm using the slightly longer screw because this part is thicker. So we
Okay.
use like this slightly.
So the longer screw goes up near the top of the knife. Okay, and the pivot's actually hidden then behind the scales.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like airplanes, I knew there's a small hole, and this one actually is for adjusting the tightness of the pivot.
Ah, okay,
So
great.
You can adjust the tightness of the pivot even without taking the knife apart.
Oh, that's awesome. So you don't have to take the knife apart to access the pivot screw to be able to tighten it. So that's fantastic. So how many screws on each side of the scale?
On this side, there's 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and actually, this part, this one and this one are for the pocket clip.
Okay, so that last screw actually incorporates the pocket clip. Very nice. And I noticed you put 2 different colors on to kind of illustrate
Yes.
how you can customize a knife with the different types of scales. And when this knife launches, you'll be able to also purchase a kit with different scales.
Oh, yes.
That is awesome. So you're doing this really quick, so it looks like it's going to be fairly simple.
Yeah, it's super simple.
I love it.
So,
Like the overall size of this. What is the blade size?
just under 3 inches.
Just
So,
under 3 inches.
Yeah, people carry it almost everywhere.
That is perfect. So great EDC size. I've actually put this in my pocket already, kind of playing with it, trying to walk out with it, but you keep an eye on me. It's a great EDC light, so I'm excited for this one to drop. When do you think it'll be available?
It should be available by the end of this month.
By the end of this month. That's really soon.
Just while your sandwich is done.
Oh, that is perfect. I love it. So again, what's fantastic about this knife, what makes this knife really stand out is just how easy it is to change out the scales. You're going to be able to buy scales when it drops to be able to customize this. But you also told me something that's really, really cool, and I'm excited for this.
I'm going to put the 3D printing file on our website so people can actually download their own, make their own, print their own scales.
That is fantastic. Yeah, so if you've got a 3D printer or someone that you know that can print scales for you, he's going to include the file. So you'll be able to 3D print. Just make sure if you got a 3D printer, I want to make sure that little inset piece here is nice and smooth so that you don't interfere with the action, right? The other thing that you have on here on this pocket clip, maybe you can describe what that is for folks.
Yeah, this is a decoration plate. So for a lot of wear clip, there's only very limited ways for you to customize your pocket clip. And I think by using this plate, let me show you.
Yeah, so it looks like you've got different colors, so you can actually order different colors.
Or you can analyze different colors.
Oh, and you can anodize it. And then I noticed you've got something on that one, which looks really cool. So that just slides over that wire pocket clip, which is really neat and convenient.
Yeah, because there's 2 channels, as you can see.
Ah, I see that.
It just goes in there, and once the pocket clip is
really
set,
cool.
the position is limited. That way, this Deco plate won't fall out.
Yeah. So not only can you change out the scales to change the look of the knife, you can put this little insert in on the clip, and if you have an engraver or know someone who can engrave, you can engrave custom company logos, images.
Names, pets.
That is awesome. Pets, yeah.
Favorite food.
That is pretty cool. So again, from a customization and personalization standpoint, the possibilities are infinite. What I also like about the new knife, the Vombat, is at least on this one, and I think on the release, M390 blade steel. So you're getting a premium blade steel with this, and lots of different possibilities on the scales, from micarta to Ultem to this beautiful aluminum, and then he's got the fat carbon. And like you said, the 3D print file is going to enable you to print your own scales, actually customize this to your own liking. You can change this knife up every day if you want.
Yes.
So in reality, to undo those 3 screws, 45 seconds for the unexperienced. For you, maybe 30 seconds to change out the scales.
Try to pick one scale.
Okay.
To like one side.
We'll do one side. So I like fat carbon, so we'll change out the red fat carbon to that.
3, let's go.
All right, let's time him. Let's see how long it takes. Putting a little bit of pressure on Yui here. Now, I am going to call him out. He's choosing the easy side without the pocket clip. But it's actually the same because it's just the same number of screws.
Yes.
So it really shouldn't change all that much. So as you can see. Now, obviously, it's handy that your screwdriver has a little magnetic to it, so it holds that screw in.
I love this screw.
Yeah, because these screws are tiny. Now, you said the longer screw
go to the front.
To the front of the knife. Okay. Now, you chose the name Vombat because?
Because it has a square butt just like the animal Vombat. How many seconds did it take me?
That was roughly 40 seconds.
Okay, all right. I'm rusty.
You're a little rusty. So the Vombat, you said, is an animal that has a square butt. Why does that matter?
It uses its butt to like crush the skull of its predator. And it's also because that when people using like smaller or EDC size crossbar lock knife, they want to have something like hit against their palm. So I make a lot of jimping here, and the shape you can feel it's very comfortable for you to like play with, fidgeting with the knife.
That's a classic Yui design to have a super fidgety knife. So the other thing I noticed is the blade shape, as well as the amount of jimping that you have actually on the knife blade itself, which is pretty awesome. So you've got the jimping that goes all the way down the spine and then included on all the way to the tip. So if you want to get down on that knife, that is just really awesome.
Precise cutting work, you can definitely this jimping will definitely help you. And another reason it's a secret, so people can like Google Vombat poop. What shape is the poop?
The shape of the Vombat poop.
Vombat is a very fun animal.
Yeah, more inspiration for the knife. So very, very cool. I'm excited for this drop. I'm going to be one of the first ones in line. What I heard too is online, if you actually log into Vosteed.com and you look at the banner, you can click on the banner for the Vombat and register your email to be notified of the drop. But you're also going to get something else special with that. Yeah,
you will get a $10 off a special coupon.
Oh, wow.
Sign up on our website.
So on the drop, I remember, I think you said it was $139.
130, it should be. I need to like double check it with my first colleague. Yeah.
And then with the coupon, that'll drop it down to 130.
130.
Yeah. And for M390 blade steel and infinite customization in this crossbar lock, that is a fantastic deal.
And there's a lot of detailed milling on the aluminum handle. So I think it's a affordable package.
Very much so.
And functional knife.
Swappability of the scales. You were also mentioning that there's something very new and interesting with the crossbar lock. Can you kind of describe that for me again?
Yes. So this case here, this is the part. So our traditional crossbar lock, the shaft is very smooth.
Okay.
On this one, we increase the diameter of the shaft just right in the middle. What this bulge does is reduce the friction between the shaft and the blade. And also, because we actually increase the diameter of the shaft in the middle section, when you use the knife, there always be wear and tear. And those help to prolong the lifespan of the shaft.
So you have the wear and tear in that centerpiece, and that bulge gives you a little extra material.
Extra material,
nice.
Exactly. And also provide extra strength.
Strength, yep. So such a cool knife and a lot of neat features in that knife. So I'm really excited about the drop. So you said again, maybe the end of the month, beginning of July, we should be able to see it?
Yes.
That is fantastic.